Voters in Congressional District 19 have less than an hour to cast their vote for their next congressman. The special election is to replace Robert Wexler, who stepped down from Congress in January to head a political think tank. Voters are casting ballots for Democrat State Senator Ted Deutsch, Republican Ed Lynch, or Jim McCormick, who has no party affiliation. News Channel 5's Angela Sacitano was live at the Results Tabulation Center in Riviera Beach with the latest tonight. Angela?
That's right. If you can see behind me, some of the absentee ballots have already had a small problem. This is just a handful where apparently those two arrows that people were supposed to connect with their pencil or pen, they didn't connect them correctly. So they are now being duplicated and corrected and handed in. So a little bit of a problem so far with just a minor number of the absentee ballots, but within the next hour or so, these other ballots from the polling places will begin pouring in, and you can bet elections employees are going to be here all night. It's political years like this one that keeps longtime South Florida radio host Joyce Kaufman's ratings through the roof.
Victory doesn't always lie in the win.
Today, Kaufman, who lives in District 19 herself, spent the better part of her 3-hour show on AM 850 talking about the special election.
Special election is a whole nother ball of wax, and we did not have an exciting special election lead-up.
Although the primary was dismal, absentee ballots have proved there is quite an interest. Half of the more than 20,000 sent out in Palm Beach County were signed and returned. Republican candidate Ed Lynch is hoping many in the large Jewish district will show their frustration for Obama's recent Israel decisions and vote red instead of blue.
This is a very Jewish populated district, and they understand that this is just not the way that we should treat our friends.
But Democrat candidate Ted Deutsch, who is Jewish himself, is confident voters aren't seeing him as just another politician. The new health care, is it going to help you or hurt you?
Well, I don't think that this is an election that's a referendum on health care. This is an election about who's best able to deliver results.
Many voters, although casting their ballots, say they continue to feel disgust for the entire political landscape.
The people that we vote are so crooked. It's unbelievable.
Kaufman isn't surprised. She says many of her listeners feel the same way. The question is, will their anger bring them to the polls or keep them away?
I'm sure that there's going to be a much closer election taking place today than anybody counted on, because people are annoyed, people are upset.
Again, coming back here to the tabulation center, where in just under an hour results will be coming in. And I am told there's a little over 370,000 eligible voters in District 19. From the last election, we know 50% of the voters are registered Democrat, about 25% registered Republican, and another 25% who are not calling themselves affiliated with any party. So really at this point, it is anyone's game. I have talked to the supervisor of elections, Susan Booker, and she tells me there's still no details at all as to how many people actually came out tonight. We will, of course, have more for you tonight on News Channel 5 at 11. Live in Riviera Beach, Angela Sacitano, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Should state tax dollars